The reason consumers are interested in the mango is simple. It is the best fruit in the world. No other fruit compares. It has every flavor, it has every texture, it has every color, it affects every sense that we have, and it is truly the perfect fruit. My name is Richard Campbell. I've built my life on, about, and with mango. Oi, Cuca. Bom dia, Cuca. So every morning I come in and we check how the trees are progressing, where they're going. You can see blooms setting up in all of these trees, so they are all beginning to do it. This orchard this was actually done in order to honor my father, and every tree in here is unique, and it's basically this is the result of it's actually the result of my entire life, okay? This is 40 years of plant collecting and grafting and doing. Everything in here is grafted by my own hand. We actually created the varieties, we collected the varieties, we bred the varieties. It's a whole different kind of agriculture right here. For commercial agriculture, we do have to make things uniform. We have to make things uniform in order for them to be economically viable. My role is to come in and to disrupt that uniformity, to come in and bring in the diversity, to develop a modern way of looking at creating varieties. Right here you have a diamond mango, which is a variety, a brand new variety. A tree of this size, which is it's about 6 or 7 feet, that's actually the perfect size of tree that we're shooting for. You can touch the fruit, you can see the fruit, you can protect the fruit. If you can touch a fruit, you can protect it. That means you can produce a perfect fruit. Okay, what we do is produce perfect mangoes. This is the future happening, but it's brutally slow, but it's cool.
I come from a Cuban background, second generation Cuban American. So pastelitos for me is like my grandparents traditionally every other day would come in the morning, bring pastelitos, croquetas before school. Fast forward now as a chef, I always thought to myself, I'm like, why have pastelitos haven't changed? Like, why the same flavors? There's certain Cuban dishes and bakeries that why aren't those inside pastelitos? So I started experimenting. And the first pastelito we created was the Frito, which is mimicking the flavors of a Cuban hamburger. And that kind of like took off from there. We're gonna make some mango and cream cheese pastelitos, but what makes these very special is that we're using local backyard mangoes from our community here in Miami. So we lay down the cream cheese and we're kind of creating a nest for the jam. It's a mixture of mangoes. You can kind of say it's a mango punch. So as soon as you take your first bite, you can know it's real. You can taste the fibers, and you know that you're using really good products. All right, I think we're ready. Look at those bad boys right there. Really golden. You hear that little sizzle right there? That's that caramelization that you want as soon as you get out of the oven. In the center. This restaurant, it's not like a corporate restaurant. This is like family in here. You know, if you're in a bind as far as creating food, there's so many people here that are so talented that they'll give you an answer for anything. You know, we always pay respect to the traditional dishes, but we add our own little twist to it.
Thank you, chef. You're welcome, man.
I don't think there's anybody else doing what I do, using the ingredients that I do, and also putting the amount into the fillings of the pastries that I make. So it brings me great joy, like when I meet people at the farmers markets or just in an event, them biting into something that they grew up eating, being changed so dramatically. I mean, at the end of the day, I just want to make better pastelitos for the city that I love.
I was just looking at some of David Fairchild's original. So that, we got Elbridge Gale in there. So
by the original Mulgoba tree.
right. And then this Mogoba, he sold to Captain Hayden. And they brought that down to Coconut Grove. And that's Florence Hayden. That's not Captain Hayden.
Yeah.
Of course. And she is actually, in that picture, is holding the original Hayden
fruit.
in 1910. And then she took that to the Florida State Hort Society, where legend has it, and the story told by David Fairchild, is that she lifted up the Hayden mango from behind the podium and professed that this is a new day in mangoes because...
And she was right.
And she was right. Their wonderful discipline they had to meet every week and taste mangoes and evaluate mangoes.
It's not only discipline, it's the passion for mango.
Right. They had the passion, they had the discipline, and out of that, of course, came Tommy Atkins, Hayden, Kit, Kent, Irwin, Palmer, all of the mangoes for the Western Hemisphere.
In the industry nowadays, we would like to have a better mango. What does it mean? A better shelf life, a better disease resistant, better color, better taste. We have to have everybody happy. We need the grower to make a living, and we need the consumer to get a very tasty, worth the money that he's paying mango. We need to reach many customers all over the world and more people to eat mango.
So this store is great in particular because they really cater to the diversity of South Florida.
Yeah, the variety here is
The
great.
variety is incredible. And I particularly like this place. I think it's one of the best places just to come buy produce in general, but mangoes in particular. We have Kent's and Tommy's, and not in many supermarkets do they have them separated like this. It's a common misconception that more color means it's ripe. This one is full color almost, but it's not ripe.
So is it more
so-
like feel? Like how?
It's more about the feel, softness.
Okay.
Color has really nothing to do with it. Every fruit is different.
Yeah, so I'm from the Philippines, so we would have mangoes literally
a
in
good
every meal, but they're the very yellow mangoes. So when I think of ripeness, I think of color. But,
Yeah, yellow.
But yeah, it's like a different mindset to think
And every
of
variety is
firmness.
different. So it's winter, January, and because of the hard work that the farmers do worldwide, we're able to have mangoes in the United States, and in particular here in Florida, year-round.
Lucky us.
Yes, the American consumer does not know what they have. You saw Tommy's over there, there's Kent's here. There's actually some Tommy's mixed in over here as well. So these are the Tommy's. You can see that they're a little bit more colorful than the Kent's. Very different varieties. So let's pick some out. Let's grab a
Yeah.
bag.
You trust me to pick out
Yes, go ahead.
good ripe ones?
Go ahead.
So one of the things I remember about mango, really when I think about mango, is growing up in a backyard with mango trees and my grandma preparing me a snack after school with diced up mango and preparing me mango shakes on the weekends, etc. When it comes to mango, I don't know that all the consumers know what they want yet. Some of them have yet to try mango. It's almost like the tip of the iceberg, the opportunity that exists in our industry.
I mean, there are so many ways to eat it as a spice, as a frozen, as dices, as cubes, as drinks, as dried mangoes, as... We've only begun to discover all the versatility.
You know, before I had the opportunity to be on the board, I had no idea about this relationship between research and marketing. And, you know, you help educate us, the importers, as marketers, and then we can go out and tell a better story and be able to raise consumption, get more people to try mango. So, yeah, it's exciting to learn all these things.
But what these are is none of these are all different species.
You know, I've actually never tried mangoes like this. I usually always eat them sweet. And they have little stands in Miami where they serve them like this, but never tried it.
This one's a little overripe. It's gonna be delicious. This is gonna be a Tommy. Juiceless lime. And a little tahini. And
Excited.
here you go, go
Sweet
for
and
it.
salty. It's really good. It's like a precursor to a mango margarita, like a spicy mango margarita.
This is a Kent, and it should be less ripe.
That one looks a lot less, looks harder, harder
Yes,
to
way less
eat.
sweet.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Thank you. I like this.
That one?
So I was born in the Philippines. I moved to Miami when I was 5, so I've been here for over 30 years. But even when we go back to visit, mangoes are always available at every meal. But they were always very similar, like the small yellow mangoes. I don't know if
Yes.
you know the variety of that. When I go shopping, I never really know if I'm gonna get this, or that, because I'm just not used to all the different varieties. So now I know I just gotta feel
feel
for
around.
them.
The softer they are, the riper it is, generally. It's not based on color.
Yeah, I think definitely gravitating towards the Tommies.
I like the less ripe with the tahini. Better.
Here we are again.
Yeah, no, all over again. Almost. Modern tasting, right? Looking to add 2 dishes, change it up a little bit. Start off the menu with the consomme. We're
Start
thinking.
out with a consomme, something light, refreshing, using local fruit. Mango season's upon us, so.
Yeah.
It's a challenge for us always every summer to come up with new ways to use tropical fruit with savory food. It'd be cool to utilize as many fruits as possible to make consommes out of them, to start a tasting with that and continue to change it with the different fruit seasons.
So we'll just let that go. All right, so I was thinking, right, we have mango, we have scallops, we have cucumbers. I think will go really well with it. What if we do like a mango leche de tigre, Obviously a Mexican, so I'm gonna always put some kind of habaneros or something in there, so I think that'd be a good idea.
And we're doing tea, so why not?
Yeah, exactly. I think it does need an herb, so what if we compress the cucumbers in a mint oil? I think that'd be nice.
Can we get baby mint from the farm right now, or something similar from Harpkey?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can get something.
We have Venezuelan chefs here. We have someone from the Bahamas. We have Chef Manny. Obviously me, which is not one of the local cuisines usually, but Chef Mike's obviously Cuban, so we kind of all work together on dishes. We bring a bit of everyone's influence that works or comes through here to the menu.
Our core team has been here almost 3 years,
Yeah.
and that's what sets us apart, is that we train and help guide these younger cooks to be chefs. And even if it's not here, we're gonna support them if they go out on their own way. And it's a very beautiful thing.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. We train from within. We try to promote from within, just to be better every day, regardless of awards or anything like that. It's us internally. We just have to get better every day, and that's the goal always.
So I was thinking the coquette plate, I think would be nice.
Yeah, always.
Yeah. All right, so we said a little bit of chili, right? I was thinking we add a little bit of farro, because that would help with the texture, you know. All the mango, the cucumbers, they're a little on the soft side. We got our leche de tigre.
Yeah, I think the color contrast on that looks perfect. Good amount of leche de tigre in there.
That's what I drew.
That's exactly what I drew. But
So I think this is what we're thinking. What do you think?
beautiful. Time to try.
It's good.
I think the heat's perfect. Farro was good move. The fish sauce really finishes it off with the mango. I think salt content, heat content, textures, pretty spot on.
Just how we drew it up.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna graft this, and we've been waiting to get this one, so we're gonna make it count. This is that nebula that we've been talking about, and so with the new genetics, I think this will work very, very well. We believe nebula has a real future as for growing on trellises. It's very small, productive, and has that right growth habit. And then this is a piva rootstock.
We are able nowadays to start allocate the specific genes for different characters, different traits that we are looking for. We won't have to wait 7, 8, 9 years until the tree will start to bear fruits, but we will be able, once the tree, we have the first 2 leaves, we can extract the DNA. We are trying to have those mango of the future.
We're talking about brand new genetic techniques that have been pioneered in the last decades, and yet it combines greatly with what I love is that elegance of being able to still be able to do things old school, and to be able to do this with my hands and do the grafting, do the collecting, put together that whole, the story, the history. This is David Fairchild's original knife, and he made this. And to be able to graft with the same knife as someone like David Fairchild is amazing. And my dad also would graft with this knife. It is that history, it is that tie back to this thing that I think is so important that as we move forward, because we can't forget our history, because that's really where we've all come. At my table growing up, my dad would always say, "One day, son, the mango will be a commodity." I was 5 when he started talking about this. I now know what he meant. The mango is a commodity, but it's my job to keep it elegant. And that's what Florida, that's what we will have, that dual purpose here in Florida. We'll keep the mango elegant and help build it into a commodity.
We all want everybody to work together in order to have a better mango for the future by putting people from the field together with the research people, with the industry people together. We can see a bright future for the industry of mango and for the consumption of mango.
I've never told the mango what to do. And so that's the legacy I leave, is that I listen. The mango is wiser than I am, and she'll show you the way.